Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to the premiere episode of Zoro's Tech. I am Captain Adnan Zorez. I work for PIA as a captain on ATRs and nowadays we are off because of very less flights due to this corona situation. I hope you and your families would be doing good and safe. The purpose of this video, rather to start this channel, I'll take you back a few days. Recently, I needed to change my phone, and for that purpose, I went online to check for a couple of reviews for recently upcoming phones or the recently launched phones. But what I got to know that there was not much of the information available on the daily use or what you'd say a layman's language review of any particular device. There are very learned people in Pakistan, those who are doing reviews, but they were all technical based reviews that followed a particular set pattern of unboxing a particular phone. You would just place a phone box, read it from all around, then open it, then put the phone aside, open the accessories, show the accessories, the books, and then read the charger voltage, and then put it onto a side, then take the phone on, set it up, and be back with you. So it was just a monotonous routine going on. And that made me think that there should be some channel that should actually concentrate on a day-to-day use of this particular device. I'm not a technical guru. You can have all those technical details from very many channels that are there, the reviews, or just Google gsmarina.com and just go and click that particular phone's name and you will get all the technical details. For today's video, I will put the details down in the link and you can always go and click that. And alongside this, we shall be talking about various gadgetries, various peripherals, various attachments, the hands-frees, and two wireless hands-frees and the other stuff that is available in Pakistan market, but it's not being reviewed by anyone. We are pretty restrictive here in Pakistan. We just have to make do with the available stuff that is there in the market, so we can't be choosers. But still the available stuff is not being reviewed, so we really don't know what gadget to get to complement our mobile phone and for our daily everyday use. So I hope I will be successful in that, and I shall be introducing a couple of budget and mid-range and low-end also accessories to you on the episode basis, and hopefully that will come up in that will come to be handy in your everyday life. And that's the purpose of it, opening this channel. If you like this, you can subscribe, you can like, and leave a comment in the comment section, because we will be getting a giveaway just to commemorate the opening of this channel and the first episode. So having said that, today I shall be bringing Poco X3 NFC to you. It would just take 5 to 7 minutes maybe, and I guess those 5-7 minutes would be able to make you clear in your mind whether that phone is for you or not. So without further ado, just after this break, we shall come back and talk about Poco X3 NFC. Stay tuned. In recent days, we have seen mobile phone companies in Pakistan going pretty aggressive in the mid-range market. Previously, we used to see the competition only in top-end devices and everyone launching a device worth 100,000, 200,000 or even more. But recently, they have started concentrating on the budget segment and the mid-range segment. That is actually the bigger chunk of the market in Pakistan. And one of those players is Me. If 1 year back you went to a Me store and would have asked for their latest phone, they would have simply said no because they did not have it, and Me was making do with the available, I would say leftover stuff that was displayed there, and you could not have anything latest or recently launched. But this all changed a couple of months or maybe a year back when they collaborated with another company, or maybe the owners were changed, I really don't know. But then we started seeing all the devices that were being launched in India, which is a bigger market than us, or in China, and immediately coming to Pakistan, which was a very good and refreshing change. But then again, with Mi's devices, it was see one, see all. It was Mi 9 in all the forms and variants, starting from 12,000 up to 55,000. Mi 9A, Mi 9B, Mi 9C, Mi 9 Pro, Mi 9T, Mi Note T, Mi Note 9 Pro, Mi Note 9S, Mi Note 9. So we were bombarded with number 9, and it was C1, C all. But recently, Mi has introduced a phone that has actually created ripples all over the globe and in the tech community. This was a phone that also changed the scene of tech about 2 years back, when they came up with their first phone, which was called Poco phone. And after that, for a while, Poco was actually copying Redmi phones and just rebranding them. But recently they have gotten to know that technique is not going to work much. So without further ado, we are given Poco X3, which is right here. And in next 5-7 minutes, we will just talk about how does this device look like, how does it fare, and how would you find it in your everyday life. Here we go. Alright, here we go with all the contents of the box that we get with Poco X3. First of all, I would like to thank, it is not a sponsored video. I just booked this particular mobile phone when Poco announced the pre-booking. And it was pre-booked by a company I did not know previously. I had not heard of it. It's called Aircard. I guess their website is aircard.com. And I just went ahead and pre-booked the phone. It was a very nice surprise. It was 2nd October evening around 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I booked this phone, and the next morning I received a call from a lady from their sales department calling to confirm the order. And then she said that our deliveries are starting from 5th of October. So inshallah, after 5th, within 3-4 days, you will get the mobile phone. I said, okay, go ahead. Surprisingly enough, on 5th morning, 10:30 sharp, my phone bell rings, and at the same time, my home bell rings, and I get the delivery. And when I open it, the phone was there. So hats off to Aircard. Thank you very much for such a prompt delivery. And if you people want it, you can always go to aircard.com and book the phone from them, because there's one more plus point. When I opened the box, it seemed pretty heavy, and then for the early birds and for initial pre-bookings, they ended up giving me this 10,000 mAh Mi battery bank, totally free as a gift, which I will just open in front of you. Just to give you a slight idea what's in the box, there's a small little flat charging cable with a micro USB and some paperwork, and the Mi battery bank itself. And trust me, by the size of it, the weight of it, it is a beautifully made battery bank. Very nice premium quality aluminium body, and yeah, it would be pleasure to use, and a very small and handy thing, so you can even carry this alongside your phone in your pocket. So thanks to Aircard for this gift, and you can always go and avail it while it lasts. Alright, here we come. There is Poco X3 and all the stuff that is that comes with the box. The warranty card, it is warranted by some company called Airlink. Poco X3 box, PTA seal, which is very important nowadays, because in the market people are selling Poco X3s imported from India, which are not PTA approved and which are not Pakistani release sets. You might be getting it into the same price, but then again you will get yourself into trouble. So always look for this PTA seal and the local warranty card, so that you can be safe later on. The box, a very nice quality, good thought put into it. Seems premium. It's an empty box here. This folder contains a SIM tool and there was this paperwork in here. Let me put these things onto a side, and alongside that, the charging brick, orange color, showing that 33 watt fast charging, which means claiming that it would take your phone from 0 to 60% in about 35 minutes or so, and 0 to 100% in 65 minutes. That's what they are claiming. But I would say it is a very good quality charger with nice thick charging cable, again showing the orange accents which represent the fast charging. A plastic polycarbonate cover. Nothing special about this cover. It's a soft cover to initially protect your phone, because nowadays when the phone is launched, after you don't get initially additional accessories and covers for quite a bit of time. So for that matter, till the time you don't find anything of your choice, this is going to save your phone from all the scratches and scuffs. So here we go, Poco X3. On the top, again, the details mentioned: Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G. I guess it is the world global premiere of this device with this Snapdragon SoC in it. Okay, 120 Hz, 6.67 FHD dot display, 64 megapixel AI quad camera. There are 4 cameras: 64 megapixel, 13 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro, and 2 megapixel depth sensor, which are actually they are just there. No, not serving any particular purpose. As my friend, a senior YouTube blogger, MKBHD, says, that wherever you see a 2 megapixel macro camera, you just know that it has been put there to increase the count of cameras at the back of a phone. So we'll see. And 5160 megahertz mAh big battery with 33 watts fast charging. So here you go. And this is the first, okay, let me pull this sticker off as well. The IMEI sticker on top of this. Okay, here it goes. So this is the first look of Poco X3. I would say I'm pleasantly surprised. It is a beautiful looking phone. Yeah, pretty nice. Nice to hold. Company says that it is polycarbonate back, but I could not make out. The first view, when you see first impression, it gives you of a glass back screen, but it is polycarbonate, as company has said, and they have polished it quite well. The big Poco logo might not be real eye-catching for a lot of us, but most of us would appreciate it because it is a different route that the company has taken from all those bland backs, plain backs, and color reflections that we have seen in recent past. There are these diagonal lines here, a good pattern, a round pattern. Oh yeah, this mobile phone setup is this camera setup is pretty good. Actually, it is not round, but I would say rectangular sort of a thing with the rounded edges, which pretty much looks very good, with 4 cameras in it and a flash. The border, it is made of, the frame is made of aluminium as per company. The size is 6.6 inches. The weight, it's got a good hand feel to it. It's got a real nice sturdy hand feel to it. The weight feels premium. It's like it's not a very light phone. It is not a very heavy phone. It is just right there. Not very thick at 9.4 millimeters, 0.37 inches, which is, I did not know 0.37 inches could be that thick. It is a hefty device. It is a big device. Not very big, but for guys with small hands, maybe you'll struggle a bit to reach the buttons. Buttons are tactile, the power button, the volume rockers are on one side, and again, all these details you can find in those tech reviews. This side is the SIM tray, and I'll just show you for quick reference that if you're getting the memory card slot or not. So you get just a hybrid slot, one SIM or two SIMs or one SIM and one memory card for expandable memory, because the phone, but I don't think so you need to expand it, because the phone comes with 6 GB RAM and 128 GB of built-in storage. So that is pretty much enough. And there's this rubber ring here which would make it splash proof and save it from, you know, inadvertent water exposure. Couple of mics on top of it, a speaker grid at the bottom. This phone comes with stereo speakers, so we'll test the audio in a while. USB-C and a much loved 3.5 mm jack. Okay, here you go. It's an IPS LCD screen. I've already set this phone up. So here's the first look of this phone, and I'll keep the brightness at 50%. Keep the brightness at 50% for you so that you can know how does the screen fare to be. I guess it is slightly dimmer, but no problem. We'll just go ahead. Let me turn the auto brightness off here. If it is on, no, it is not on. So this is the first look of Poco X3 NFC. I don't know why they call it NFC, because it's not such a celebrated edition of technology. Every phone nowadays, most of them have NFC. I guess the only reason is that Realme launched Realme X3 a couple of months back, and Poco didn't want to get into a copyrights war or the legal things with them. That's why they just added NFC in front of their model number. So this is Poco X3 NFC. I don't mind that. I guess it's okay. It's their phone. They can call it whatever they want to. And now let's see. Turning on, the most important thing, that is the selling point of this phone, that comes up to be 20 hertz 120 hertz refresh rate. Here you go into the settings, and here is a small little demo that company shows you for 120 hertz and 90 hertz display difference. See this blue box here, the ball bouncing in it, this is 90 hertz display, and this green box represents 120 hertz display. Now if you come closer and have a closer look, you would see the ball slightly stuttering here when it is passing through this blue sphere, whereas in green sphere it is very smooth. The transition is very smooth, and you can't see marked difference here. So just to see that, we will first put the phone screen to 90 hertz. I've selected 90 hertz. Let's go back and open the RAW. See, try to make out if you can. There ain't much of a difference, but let's make out. You can see the scroll up and down. It is a soft feeling. It is very nice actually. It's a smooth feel. See, opening the drawer, closing it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put it to 120 hertz. Where did the refresh rate go? Okay, here is 120 hertz refresh rate now. So coming back to the same thing again. Oh yeah, the difference is there. It's a marked difference actually. This 120 hertz is more fun to play with and makes your experience real buttery smooth and creamy. Yeah, very nice. As compared to, of course, the 60 hertz screens that we are used to till now, this is a real good addition. As far as the brightness is concerned, I don't know. The screen, let me open up a book app, a reading app, which can, take us to some particular page. And okay, the history of Cuba. Let's go with the history of Cuba. Okay, here we can see the difference. Now, having this book open here and the scrolling with 120 hertz, you can see it is such a smooth scroll. It is almost a pleasure. This can become your everyday fidget spinner to play with when you're doing nothing, sitting free, idle at home, and you can keep on playing with your screen. But as far as brightness is concerned, I think it could have been more. I understand very well it's an IPS LCD display, but let's see. Now if I bring the menu down, it's about at half. So let me put it to 3/4 here. And then let's see. If you can make out the difference. It's not as bright as an AMOLED, a Fluid AMOLED or a Super AMOLED screen would be, but it is good enough. It is good enough for it, and rather I would appreciate this screen much because it does not put a lot of stress on your eyes. Let's see. Now with the brightness at 100%, see, it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure looking at this screen. It is a pleasure scrolling the screen up and down. Absolutely marvelous. Good job done, me. Coming back to the menus, the MIUI 12 running on this device is pretty optimized. It's very close to stock Android. So far, I've not seen much of the ads there, but there are always ways to turn those ads, those annoying ads off. Excuse me. And get yourself rid of those unwanted advertisements, the long 20-second unwanted advertisements. Yeah, the menu is good. All right, now let's go to the camera app. There are 4 cameras. One is 64 megapixel, one is 13, the way I told you, 13 ultra wide. These are the 2 cameras actually I would be concerned about. Rest 2, I don't like. It is a gimmickry or what. They can play their part, they can't play their part. I'm not sure. You can go for a real big tech review for that, or maybe someone who has done a dedicated camera review for this phone. I'm here just to tell you how would you like this phone in your hand and how would you like to use it on everyday basis. So these 2 cameras, the 64 megapixel and the 13 megapixel ultra wide, and a front 20 megapixel selfie camera, they are good enough for me. So I'll just show you a couple of images that I shot before this video and you will get the idea. These are and please do remember, they are all point and shoot auto settings. I did not tweak the settings, and they were just quick snaps. There are some low light snaps you can see here, or if you want, I can in landscape mode I can show it to you. Let me unlock it. Yeah, so auto rotate is on now. See, oops, my bad. All right, I hope it is clear. So very nice color saturation. Yeah, once you zoom in, you feel the picture getting grainy, but overall a very subtle and soft look to the picture. See, this is the wider frame for the ultra wide camera that came into play. This is again a close-up. I did not use the macro mode. I just came close to the subjects, brought it close to subjects. And let me tell you one thing here very quickly, that it will struggle to focus. The camera will struggle to focus in the low light, but that would take hardly 2 or 3 seconds, I guess. If it is a longer time for you, then you should reconsider it. Otherwise, I did not have any problem with the focus, because at the end of the focus, it gave me a beautiful picture. So this is again the image from up close. Here you go. All right, some greens, again indoor on my table. You could see pretty good pictures, like, oh, my favorite model is here. And in a very low light, I'll show you what kind of lights were on when I took these pictures. These details, you could see these rustic details and all these, they are coming real good. these were the only two lights on in a big lounge. This place would be around 25-30 feet by 15, 16, 18 feet. These were the only two lights which were on in the background when I shot all these pictures. So here you go, a beautiful subject here. Her name is Salim. It's a pretty naughty kid. If she would have been awake, she would have been jumping here on the counter. You'll come across her someday. See, she specially came to model for the new camera. And again, it is not macro. I just put the lens closer to the subject and it focused. It was a brilliant focus. This colorful Joker lady, she's gonna be our model in next videos as well. Just for the reference, see, the colors are vibrant, very clear. The face details, everything, it's good. It's as if the way a normal everyday camera should behave. See here, if I zoom in, the details are good, the color saturation is coming good, and that's it for the indoor shots. All right, a daytime indoor selfie. I'm pretty happy. The way my friend Lou from Unbox Therapy always does. Here goes the beard hair test, and yes, I can see all the beard hairs clearly. So I guess, yeah, it made me look more beautiful though. And I don't mind that. But I don't mind this selfie. This is good enough. I did not tweak it. It was just point and shoot. Beard hair test is good. My eye color is coming even more sexier. All right, so this was a daytime indoor selfie. These are some outdoor images on my small little patio. This is outside and it's a sunny day. So you see the colors are pretty vibrant. The backgrounds are clear and you don't need to change the modes or go into a pro mode and do a lot of tweaking for this camera to capture good, nice images. It's already doing so. And this is again a selfie with a lot of sunlight in the background, but it managed to do a really, a fairly decent job here. Again, the beard hair test it comes out with flying colors, I would say. So this is the camera of it. I guess you won't be disappointed. You'll be pretty happy with the camera. And here we go. We close this thing. Okay, as far as the speakers are concerned on Poco X3 NFC, it has got stereo speakers. One is embedded behind the earpiece and one speaker grill at the bottom. The audio that comes out is pretty good. It's loud, rather I would say the loudest in its class. But one thing that you will notice that was very different was that the audio resonates within the phone's body. Right at the middle of the back, there is something, there's a hollow chamber or something inside the phone. So when you put the volume to the max, it seems like the audio is resonating from there, or there are vibrations that are coming out and they actually blend into the lows and mids. It seems a bit kind of distracting actually. It's pretty much distracting, but strange enough, after a while, maybe after 2-3 songs, you get used to it, and actually it starts, you feel like as if it is complementing, it is adding to the lows, adding to the thump of the bass, that a bit it's offering you. So overall, a very pleasant audio experience you'll get with the Poco X3. For the gaming purposes, for all my friends out there who are hardcore gamers, Snapdragon 732G is a pretty optimized processor, and I think you should have no problem in playing the PUBG and Call of Duty and Fortnite and Free Fire at their optimum settings, and you will not find any frame drop of any kind in that, until unless you take PUBG at some, I really don't even know those modes because I'm not a gamer, those ultra high settings or UHD kind of settings. I don't know what settings are there. I will go and I'll see that. If you want me to go through that and come back to you with a small little review with the gaming. You can always leave your comments in the comment section, and I will oblige. I will check it. I will play some games on it. Although I really don't understand. हमारे ज़माने में जो games होती थी, they were pretty good. Nowadays these games, I tried playing PUBG a couple of times and it made me fall down in my underwear with a parachute from the sky, and before I could find clothes, I was shot down by someone. So it was a pretty weird experience for me. Call of Duty, yeah, because when the game started, I had a gun and I could shoot someone and someone could shoot me. That was easier. But I will make a small little gaming review if you require that and put it up here, inshallah, very soon. So to conclude it, Poco X3 NFC, a beautiful addition to the market for the segment, for this price segment that it has been launched in with these kind of specs. I don't think so there's any other phone in the market right now that could compete with it in this particular price segment. I don't have the gray color. I did not have the access to that. I like blue. I ordered blue. And it is a fun device. It is lovely to hold. It is nice to play with. And I think if you choose to go with Poco X3 NFC, it would be every penny well spent. So hopefully I'll see you in the next video around 11th or 12th of October when Infinix launches its 08, because that is one phone which will take Poco X3 head on with its specs and its price range, and that would be an amazing comparison to see, and that would finally tell us that which out of these two phones become the next mid-range king in Pakistan's market till the time any third competitor comes in, which mind you, very soon Realme is jumping in with Realme 7 and 7 Pro. I'm not very enthusiastic about Realme 7, but yes, 7 Pro is gonna give you something called 65 watts super woke charging that is that they claim is going to charge your phone from 0 to 100% in about 30-35 minutes completely. So look out for that. I guess by the end of this month they are going to launch that product in the market, and Realme with their Realme UI 2 are doing some real nifty things. It's getting better and better with every passing day, and hats off to Realme for that. But for now, Poco X3 is the best bet if you want to go to the market and want to spend your hard-earned 40,000 rupees on a mobile phone that should be your daily driver and should look good in your hand. And actually it's a head turner because of its colors and everything. People are gonna ask you to hand it over to them and take a feel, take a look. So best of luck and thanks a lot for being here. If you have still not subscribed the channel, do hit the subscribe button, leave your comments in the comment section and I'll get back to you. And any particular video or comparison that you want to see or you want me to do, you can always leave that in the comments and I will inshallah try my best to do that. So for now, signing out, peace.